Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Danae, and I'm here with a message for you. Happy Sunday. Today is July 28th, 2024. As I told you, I missed Friday's message because I was busy, pretty much. And here I am on Sunday, more or less to make up for that day. So hopefully you caught the message yesterday. And today is not really a bonus, but a bonus day because usually I don't post on Sundays. But I'm happy to be here. So I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are having a great weekend still. It's pretty early, so this should post at a decent time, long enough for you to still be enjoying your Sunday before the busy week commences. Got your restart plan all in effect or in order, and that you're feeling refreshed and revived to face a new week. Yeah. Part of my reset today is that I've already rebraided my hair. So, I feel a little revitalization in my crown area. Newly moisturized, oiled, and tightened up. So, there's that. Maybe you're doing a little bit of that. A little self-care Sunday going on. I wish you all the best. Next is probably, well, it may not happen today, but I was doing my son's hair on Friday, and my nails took a big hit. I actually thought that painting them would protect them from cracking, which it did a great deal, because sometimes his hair can be rough on my natural nails, but the paint, unfortunately, is chipping away on the edges. So ho hum, I'll have to repaint them. But anyway, small things, nothing major at all. Yeah, so let's see what we got today. Ooh, first of all, the Fool is peeking out here. And then we got the Queen of Cups, so this could be a new beginning in love. Like it a lot. Some new journey, or maybe taking a new leap of faith in love, or if not love, in some spiritual expression of yourself, i.e. emotional intelligence, maybe taking a leap of faith on account of an intuitive nudge or emotional, intellectual inflection, like getting a download or feeling a sensation about something and you follow it, and the Fool card is very positive because it's the projection of a positive new beginning. If you have the faith to take the leap, to make the choice, to take the stance, to follow that inclination, to follow your intuition, to go where perhaps no man has ever gone before, or at least where you have never been before. Or in some cases even where you wouldn't have necessarily practically discern to something you wouldn't have practically discerned to do or go or be or have if not for the intuitive nudge, where to the point where it's like it almost doesn't even make sense what you're sensing to do or how you're sensing to react, respond, or even proact, but somehow deep within that sensation, that it's right, or at least that you have to see it through or follow it. So it's starting off kind of deep on the first card, but let's see what we got here. You know what? I'm gonna center that because that feels like a really powerful energy that intuition is definitely a guiding force in this season. I mean, we came off of Cancer season, more or less kind of cultivating our comfort in the intangible, the intangible aptitude of our intelligence, i.e., our intuition, our psychic sensibilities and capabilities. Definitely went through an upgrade in that regard, especially if you were in the market for it. You know, if you were open to intimacy and the spiritual nature, you certainly received something. So now I think in this Leo season, it's about asserting that, like really putting that into action. You know, that fire, kinetic energy that is initiating and also empowering. Yeah, empowering. All right, so we got the Three of Pentacles. What's up with the Three of Pentacles? Oh, okay. The Three of Pentacles. And then the King of Wands. Oh my God. That was on a motorcycle, believe it or not. He said, you be trying to judge the way we live and now we know the facts. That's one line that I caught. Interesting. And with this Three of Pentacles, are we talking about something like that? We got some chit chat around the water cooler, comparing notes, comparing gossip. Well, I heard, this so-and-so said, and yeah, well, did you hear or did you see? And you know, like, could be some of that going on. It doesn't really matter, because at the Queen of Cups, that's somebody so engaged in themselves in a positive way that you almost don't even really hear this chitter chatter. Like it's noise, but it's almost inaudible noise, like that motorcycle going by. You know, like you hear it, but you don't hear it. Like it's too distorted for you to even make much of it, you know, because it just matters that little. But what is this King of Wands about? This could be, let's see. I was going to say too, it could be some object of affection or some admirer of affection. I was going to say that. I really was. Where somebody may be aroused by or enticed, let's say, by your love. So and here's the Lover's card, right? Yeah, and this is like kind of being a bit defensive or standing your ground on what I would deem as your decision, because where I was about to go with this when I said, you know, it could be taking a leap of faith in a way that you really wouldn't typically do so before. I feel strong that this could be taking a leap of faith on a relationship, you know, with the Lover's card here, and maybe people have a lot to say about it. Maybe it's a new connection, or there's something taboo or unconventional about the connection, in the sense where maybe you come from two different backgrounds or energies. You know, this is the Queen of Cups, this is the King of Wands. Maybe family members or friends or just random observers may have their opinion that they would want to project on as the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands here, like a projection opinions, judgment, just 2 cents of information. Like I said, what did the thing say? Something about judging us. Now we know the facts, or something about judgment. So thank you, Loud Motorcycle Man, for that quick little blurb, because that's about the only thing that probably matters, if any of it at all, is just kind of knowing where people come from in their projections, like kind of deciphering and discerning what is of value, what is not, what is to be taken into consideration when you are in a discerning posture, particularly about embarking on a new beginning or taking on a new challenge, certainly considering a new partnership. And of course, this doesn't have to be love, but given we got the cups and we got the wands and the lovers, it's probably something that's like of, I would say, an intense love and great passion. That's what I'm getting here. Something that could even be enviable, and that could be the purpose of projection. People wanted to project some misunderstanding about it simply because they kind of wish they had it or had the potential for it, so it's good that the Queen of Cups is given someone that is unbothered and that's focused internally on what her senses are telling her, what her intuition is directing her toward, what the frequency of love and not fear is guiding her by. And then the King of Wands is also fearless in his own right. Definitely when they see something, they, and they're sure about their desire of that person, place, or thing, whatever we're talking about here. There's no expense or energy spared in this case to bridge that connection. I would say conquer it, but not to objectify the Queen of Cups, in a negative light. But for the King of Wands, it does kind of become a conquest of sorts, but hopefully, as I said, in the highest frequency. With the Lovers here, I have to believe that it probably is. But, for whatever this new engagement, new adventure, new journey that you may be about to set out on, or that is up for consideration, you can prepare yourself that there may be opinions about it, but you can also prepare yourself to establish strong boundaries, of which it really won't matter much what people have to say, especially if you know that you are operating within the integrity of your own convictions by way of truth as it's revealed to you, so yeah, I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna go deeper than that. 7 of Wands. We'll swing around back and forth. So what's over here at this 3 of Pentacles? Let's go there first. Could be family, like I said. Family, 10 of Pentacles, that are counting their investment in maybe in you or in your decision making, maybe counting the costs of a loss or what they perceive to be a loss. Because when we consider going from the 10 to the 3, that's a great disparity. When what's that? The 7 between the two, which is 7 of Pentacles, investment. Yeah, long-term investment. So maybe even considering whether or not someone is, I hate to say, like, worthy to be a part of a family legacy. Maybe again on account of the differences that one side or the other may perceive to be questionable or curious. I don't know. Objectionable, is that a word? It feels like a good word. that provokes objection. Could even be like, it could even be a wealthy family that has a lot to say about who marries into that favor and fortune. But it feels more like the other way, like it feels like those that, starting with the Three of Pentacles, it feels like there is some threat of loss or fear of loss on account of this new establishment of partnership. It could, like I said, it could just be the fear of losing accessibility to someone, or hell, family could be pushing you to the limit, almost pushing you to the point where you literally have to make this us or them type of decision, where your partnership may be completely at odds with your kinship, and that's unfortunate to be put in that position or to feel pushed in that position. But someone or some folks, and it's probably family, feel like there's an impending loss here, or even the access to wealth that could be created. I'm gonna tell you how I'm really picking it up mystically, just to like break fourth wall here. I feel like family is feeling threatened that they will lose access and prosperity on account of, what they may have been able to control, or of either one of these energies, but particularly the Queen of Cups being kind of like the centerpiece to begin this reading. I feel like there's some familial energies that feel like a loss of control and access to this queen is a direct hit to their financial advancement, whether it be because once she is united with another partner, and then that family unit becomes a priority, the original would become secondary, or just wouldn't be able to glean from this energy as much as they have been before when she was single, when there was no other obligation, no other submission to consider. This energy was just up for grabs. Because there's something valuable about this Queen of Cups, spiritually and or emotionally, that transfers into material prosperity for the family, for whomever she's connected to, whatever source of wherever her origins may be, there's something in it for them, which makes this partnership objectable or objectionable, whatever the word is, because of the threat that they incur. that may not even be real. You know, this could just be ideal or you know, conceptualized, perhaps even on account of greed or fixation on stability, survival, or prosperity. Whatever it is, it's very material. It's very material. What's under here? Justice. Yeah, yo. And it's something that they feel entitled to, although I get the sense that they actually don't, because no human being can have an entitlement to another human being's energy in any way, shape, and form. You may have a responsibility, and particularly only as far as like a mother to child or father to child, but an entitlement to, it's almost like this family would or it feels they have the liberty to, now unless this is of a spiritual nature, which I would defer to, but if we talking about the physical family structure, not your divine family that, you know, may have a certain objection or interjection about who you get to partner with, that's a different deference. But if we just talking about mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, you know, people in the flesh that think they pretty much know better than you who's best for you, or they just had a different thought in mind, you know, that can't really be justified. But it's also given, like I said, that there's some type of contract or there's something here though as to why, whether maybe it's the will or the inheritance, that a family feels in that case, what I was going to say is something about an arranged marriage. That's what I was seeing here with the 3 of Pentacles and then the 10, is that they feel like they should ultimately have the say on who gets to be with this Queen of Cups. Like, it should only be by their approval. And in this case, it's like, well, would you approve of anything? Because I'm getting a strong sense that there would be no one deemed so-called good enough for the Queen of Cups in this energy. But not like honorably or nobly, like there's nobody good enough for my baby. It's just like something about control and dictatorship of whom, like almost like assigning, this is getting weird, like assigning, predestining a handler over this energy, which is what this feels like even more so in the lowest frequency. I'm gonna get another card over here and see how it shapes out, but that's what is given, because it feels like somebody would want to be able to more or less like dictate who gets to be with the Queen of Cups, so that whomever it is that they put into position, pretty much even by approval, is who they would have liberty to also control or somehow interfere or impose like some segue of control over this energy. That's deep, because the Queen of Cups somehow is maybe an heir to an inheritance or an executor of an estate, whether she even knows it or not, because the Queen of Cups is not fixated on material, but there's something that is connected to her, maybe even assigned or contracted, or what's the word with this stuff, passed down, like she may be the beneficiary of something that is precious enough for folks that wouldn't typically have liberty in normal circumstances to assume that they should or can. So there is the root cause, like I said, like knowing what the ambition or the motivation of the objection is the only thing that really matters, not even the objection itself, because that's where you can discern whether or not it has true merit or value. And if there are some ulterior motive to control resources or affluence or advancement or whatever the case may be here, that's out of order, way out of order. Especially when the Queen of Cups has all the faculty to make an integral decision for whom she chooses to love, or what she chooses, or whom she chooses to invest her love in. Nobody else gets to say that. That's crazy. Like, it's spiritually unlawful, and hell, with the Justice card, there could be some measures or lengths that have been taken physically that have been criminal or unlawful, illegal, straight up illegal, to affirm this objection. Literally here with the Three of Pentacles, like to cause there's some type of underhanded deal going on here with the Three of Pentacles. Some transfer of energy, maybe. This could be a will. It could be a marriage license, or some type of documents in a courthouse, or some legal documentation that may have even been forged. When I'm talking about taking liberties, there could have been some forging of documents. Hell, the Queen of Cups could be legally married to someone else. Like I said, like she don't even know that she's legally married to someone else on account of what this family insists to forge. And that's like a spirit, that's like spiritually and physically illegal, because the spiritual impact that it makes is like to almost create a spiritual spouse for someone, where that energy assumes access as a handler of some sort, even unbeknownst to the Queen of Cups, in a materialized way, like actual receipts for it. She may intuit it, she may sense it, but to put somebody like in a spiritual union and deem them the partner, like that energetically can block someone that may be a rightful spouse. Like the Queen of Cups could be in a position of great challenge and struggle and love, not really knowing why, because the Queen of Cups should have no issue with all of that love. She should have admirers, rightfully so, as the King of Wands lined up, wand in hand, damn near, like in a high vibrational way, because it just makes sense. That's what she attracts, because that's what she is. But this could be that frequency of mysticism and manipulation that could have happened again on a spiritual level, but also has been transferred into a very physical form to ultimately like transfer someone's energetic wealth into the hands of a beneficiary, or into the possession of someone that has not lawfully earned that position, that has not been chosen by the object of affection, or in this case probably not even by the divine, to assume that position of authority, power of attorney. Oh my God, this is deep. But if someone is married to you, then they would have power of attorney over particular affairs, and maybe even, again, inheritances that you don't know about, benefits that have been claimed out of your awareness, or even have been procured in your name but out of your knowing. It happens. It's being rectified though. It's being rectified with the Justice card here. What's over here with the King of Wands? There's that protection again. Okay, so I'm feeling better about the King of Wands. That this might be a worthy partner, someone that is looking to be protective of the union, that is capable of being protective and also willing, you know, for valiant reasons, hopefully not for, let me see the bottom of this card in a second, not for ulterior motives, like protecting their own interests. Hold on, let me see. I don't know. Because the Nine of Wands, I don't know. Because either this is somebody who's been beat down in the struggle to be a protecting force, which that I can get behind. But the Nine of Wands, it's just a matter of, what are you beat down from? Why are you so exhausted? Because ideally the King of Wands should have, I guess if the Queen of Cups can endure great casualties to her organic nature and still sit as the Queen of Cups, then certainly the King of Wands can endure the same and still sit in his seat as well. But am I stretching this? Maybe it could be because it's, so it could be that this is the handler, or this is the energy that wanted to more or less like take the place of, again, like to assume this position without authority. And this is the current energy that they're in, because somebody, it's like, it's either a lover coming in to take his rightful position, or someone that is perched and more or less just like, again, the Queen of Cups back is turned, so she may not even realize this, that somebody is just kind of just waiting to pounce. Not in a bad way though. Maybe there is an energy that would like to pounce, but if this is the frequency there and in the Nine of Wands, it feels like they've been exhausted to the point where they have their own affairs to attend to at this point in time, to really have the energy to spare, to pounce in any way that would even be receivable by the Queen of Cups at this point. The King of Wands, it's like he could be watching the back of the Queen of Cups, waiting for the right opportunity to step in, waiting for the signal or the charge or whatever, but still holding that position of covering over her and over the partnership, standing their ground even in the ways that maybe they may be getting challenged. Because if we got the Lovers here, that's a mirrored situation, that they may both be receiving pushback or interference against their best wishes. They may both be needing to be like protective of objections and aggressions against this union. Let's go back over to, let's go here, then here, then here, then here. Let's see. King of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody, this could even be a father or somebody that feels like they're better suited, or here it is again, that the objectors feel is better suited for the Queen, a better match for the Queen of Cups. Because what? The Queen of Cups has high value. And that's really all that this King of Cups is objectifying, is the benefit to them. Now, this is an ulteriorly motivated affection, because the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Cups. Why is this person seeing them as the Queen of Pentacles? That feels objectifying to me. So this may be a part of the collusion, or just the chosen partner that somebody had in mind. Again, because when you think about it, as I said before, somebody that would be more susceptible to control. The King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, if this even is really a King of Cups, but to just be able to prop that energy to someone as if, look, this is a better match for you. You're equally yoked. You're, of the same bloodline. You match in spirit. Building the case for this energy. But the water energy can be some of the most vulnerable elements. You're talking about emotions, love, psychology, your psychological depth, So this gives me that someone, although they may prop them up to be a better match, again, it's on the deliberation that they can also be manipulated and controlled as well, or a controlling force, like almost a controlling conduit of the Queen of Cups. Again, a handler. You people, like, let's go here. You people, out of control. Five of Pentacles, and there's the Fool card again. The Five of Swords, not Pentacles, I'm sorry. The Five of Swords. And it feels like an obstruction to this leap of faith, that somebody is positioned as an objection, or positioned in offense to this union taking place, this new beginning commencing, to be an enemy of this progression is what it's looking like. Maybe even the King of Cups himself, the handler himself, is being promoted as an enforcer of some sort, or was an enforcer of some sort, to keep dissension, or to hold this union back, or to keep a more promising and desirable, it seems, union from occurring. simply on account that they have more to benefit and gain from being in that position. They would want to win at all costs to take that seat. Oh, wow. The Four of Wands, yeah. The King of Pentacles. And look what's under here with the Devil, of course. Yeah, it's like some nefarious stuff going on here because there's so much promise on account of this union. Like, there's so much potential to create. This is the product of this union coming together. Harmony, balance, like a great achievement and establishment of two souls coming together as one that share a common passion for respect and reverence of union and partnership itself in its purest form, like that, have a mutual respect for one another, that support one another, that value the home and the life or whatever it is that they're establishing together, to protect it, to advance it, to produce anything prosperous of it, only prosperity from it, as a matter of fact. That's a threatening unit to particularly adverse energies that would almost feel like these wands are like gates, that you couldn't pierce through so easily. Like I said, the cups, vulnerable, perhaps even to some degree, seemingly easily impressionable energies. You can manipulate emotions just by way of attachment and sympathy and empathy and feeling obligation and loyalty and affinity for something, or something. Like, it could even as primitively as someone feeling manipulated to reject a certain suitor because their family doesn't like them or because their family doesn't approve. That's just real everyday type stuff. But for there to be something even deeper, nefarious, mystical going on behind the scenes, which I feel, and the devil peeking its head proves, that's even more like out of order than what I thought, which is why justice has already been pronounced. Because you can't take liberty and jurisdiction over people's energy, even if it's for the sake of thinking you know best for them. Like I said, from a mother, father to a child, after a certain age, you still don't have the right to say, no, I get to choose, I get to say, I am the dictator, I'm the decider, I'm the influencer here. Could even be somebody that is being, if it is the way in which some funds are being withheld, like someone's inheritance is at stake or in jeopardy, like you won't get this inheritance if you marry this person or something like that, It's like, what? Maybe legally someone may have that right, but spiritually you're in dangerous territory, very dangerous, because this is something that is supposed to happen for more than just even what affects an estate or a family legacy, or even like the appearance of a continuance of a legacy, because that could be it too. Could be something real superficial like that, like or race or something like that. Back over here in reverse. Well, yep, and it's the end of that. And it's like the control that someone would want to inflict would be, this family wants to continue this infliction of trauma or induce it, with this energy here, like maybe even the carrier of, damn, for real? He was supposed to be the carrier of this affliction, heartbreak. That was his purpose, to step into the shoes of what should have been, what would be an ideal mate, but ultimately to really cause heartache. But something about that has been overturned here. Probably because the Queen of Cups is not interested. She refuses to surrender to these demands. She has her own ideas about love, her own desires, her own ambitions, and she fully intends to carry them out to the supreme frequency of her capability, which means that this a continued cycle of trauma, toxicity, fear, even PTSD, whatever this Three of Swords, which was meant to be inflicted in the upright, has been overturned on account of her commitment to herself, perhaps back to those spiritual nudges of which maybe somebody had already followed a new path of least resistance for themselves that was contrary to the great resistance they were facing in places and spaces where they should have been protected, but obviously weren't. And someone followed their intuition, their emotional intelligence to do something different for self-preservation or protection or satisfaction, whatever the motivation was, but it was contrary to what it is that they were either supposed to do or were expected to do. Because again, this should have been an energy that would have been well manipulated for whatever the ulterior motive or purpose was of the manipulators, at least more easily influenced by way of emotional attachment. And somebody's commitment to self and their supreme is what ultimately kind of blew all interferences out of the water, and maybe is what is making way for this path of connection to converge finally. Look at this, look at this, Five of Wands. Yes, this was supposed to be the infliction, inner conflict, turmoil, great competition here for whomever this heir to a throne or inheritance may be. And it feels more spiritual than it actually is material, but it has material value to whomever is coveting it. That's the weird part that's hard for me to really translate. Like the Queen of Cups herself is the commodity. Like to control her is to control a great resource in some way that transfers in dividends as a material return or some value, even the possession of her energy overall, or the control over it, or whatever we're talking about here. Perhaps even just the blocking of this union in the first place, especially with that devil energy, who would have a great stake in keeping a divine union from coming together, is a transfer of wealth for those that perpetuate it. To keep this threat from emerging, to be yet another adversary of a dark, diabolical agenda. Because this is, the devil energy is no match for this frequency. We all know that. which is why there's been so much corruption and disruption in existing lover connections, like true lovers connections, like soulmates, twin flames, sacred partners, kingdom spouses, whatever you want to call it. Disruption in those that already exist, and then and also corruption, and corruption in the ways of putting people in places that don't deserve to be there, you know, or that are not assigned to that position or that connection, and then keeping those that are righteously assigned from coming into contract. But the Justice card says no more. So let's go down here like 3 across. So I hope it was fun while it lasted. It probably was. That was the 8 of Pentacles. A lot of work being put in to these plans and plots and schemes. Yeah, here's the objectification and the intention to keep people single. But not even single, self-sufficient in their own right. But you see how he's over her? Like only allowing you to be so single, so self-sufficient, so secure as they say you can be. You know? Still controlling even that righteous liberty. 9 of Wands, and here is the result, the return for that action, of which people that have been perpetrators of this fraud are finding themselves in a tough spot now, having to answer for their actions, having to stand on the business of their intentions and every reward and return that entails, in the form of karma, of course. Every single wand, every action that somebody put into place to fulfill this mission has to be accounted for. And probably then some, to be honest. Because it feels like it's some things in this picture that, even though obviously it's the 9, but I feel like the wands, like in my imagination right now, there could, if you could open up this frame, there'll probably be more things that somebody has done that either have been hidden, concealed, or maybe they even forgot that they did. But guess who didn't forget? God. God did. In this case, God did not. Exactly. Oh, shoot. Thank you for that confirmation. Archangel Michael, the commander of the angels of the army of the commander of the army of the angels of the Lord. Is that how it goes? The commander of the divine fleet of warriors, of which you do not want to see on the air of spiritual justice. Injustice, I guess I should say. Who you do not want to face because you know you got something to answer for. Temperance, making all things balanced. And I love how it's lined up right here under the Lovers too. That's amazing. So everything that was impure, that was unjustified, that was tainted, corrupted, it's all being balanced out, all coming out in the wash, being exposed, reconciled, judged, justified, punished, settled, restored, returned, all of that. everything. Oh, wow. Everything and everyone. Like I said, you wouldn't want to err on the side of injustice in a judgment season and have to face the archangels that have no what do you call it, no favor except for on the side of the divine, what is universal order. There no bias is what I think I'm trying to say. Only what is fair. One more down here under the Five of Swords, please. Wow, wow. First of all, swift justice, okay? With the Eight of Wands, that's that returned to sender energy, right? Lined up appropriately with the Five of Swords, and here's the Judgment, of which you probably won't even be able to see if I put it down here. Maybe I should put it here. Damn, like, get into it. This is all the angels out. Is there any angel I'm missing in this deck? I mean, even the devil himself showed up, finally, you know, like full face, not just a peek. But we talking about Gabriel, Michael, and I think this is Raphael. I think. Or Uriel. I can't remember which one. No, I honestly think the devil might be Uriel, but I could be wrong. But all the archangels are in the realm, answering to the call of justice, judgment and justice on behalf of the divine. Man, it's nothing that you can do to evade that due process if you haven't been on the right side of things, on the righteous side of things. Ouch. Oh, my wrist just hurt like some people fitting to be locked down, clink, clink, in spirit and perhaps in truth. If not already, like I said, unbeknownst to those whom have been victim or victimized or have been the target to be victimized, whether they actually were or not, because there's that. But here's the Seven of Pentacles that I spoke of earlier, this investment. What's this? I'm just curious. What the? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. They invested in the wrong contracts, the wrong agenda. They put it all on black and now are just pretty much awaiting sentencing, if not already carrying it out. I don't know. I don't even really care, to be honest. It just is what it is. But imagine, and you see the devil with the wings here. Devil was an angel too, so they say in the Bible. Just carrying out his mission. You know, he's walking in his anointing. How about you? Ain't that crazy that he really is, though, or that energy really is just doing what it's supposed to do? And here is the purification, I think. First of all, from the distortion of this nostalgic connection, which is probably the energy that was being pulled from in order to forge this fraudulent connection. But that was the investment, right? To create this emotional attachment of which could ultimately be manipulated. But this is the purification in its righteous form, perhaps of a love line that was disconnected once upon a time that now gets to converge and reconnect in a way that is pure. And we love it. And we're going to leave it at that. Because there's no devil in hell and no human on earth that can interfere with what's been ordained in the spirit when it's already been prophesied. So anyway, dang, I was doing so good. This was interesting. Yeah, so ultimately it just comes down to what's for you is for you. The best measure to take is to stay devoted to loving yourself, loving the things that are worth loving, people, places, and things that have proven themselves to earn the value of your love, and really focusing on unconditional love, even for those that may have necessarily, because there is a way to love outside of yourself on those that don't necessarily deserve to have access to the inner sanctity of your love. It's called grace, ultimately, and you can still have that, you can still express that form of love to all, because it's really no sweat off your back, especially if love is your nature to do so. What matters is how you protect yourself, your boundaries, your value, your intuition, your decisions, making sure that the only thing that you are deferring to is that supreme source of all that is ultimately speaking through you, that is literally the compass, the direction that is working through your own inner compass, which is your spiritual and or emotional nature. So anything else that may find itself an objection to that, you humbly and gracefully agree to disagree and stay focused on the path that is being paved for you with no apologies. So, that is the way, the truth, and the light. Amidst great adversity to veer you onto some other path, you are the navigator in this human existence of your spiritual nature. So, good luck. Godspeed. All right. Thank you for listening and watching. Until next time, as always, can't get over all these angels out here like that. Let me just say, protection. You're good. With your own personal integrity and convictions intact, that's what warrants all of this extra advanced security. So like I said, on their worst day, meaning the worst for you, there's no match to truly do damage and make an impact on your spirit and your soul, even your physical being, unless you're stepping out of integrity and out of your convictions, which you've already proven to be committed to, or you wouldn't have all this in your corner in the first place, literally almost at your command, happily pleased to be at your command to cover you. Again, giving way to there's something of a high commodity, perhaps of just a person, again, that's devoted to love. It's a rare commodity in this realm that we're in. So of course it will be highly protected. Duh, Danae. Of course. Of course. So walk in the security of your own sanctity. Stay focused, stay in integrity, convicted, not condemned. And yeah, you're gonna be just great. You already are, apparently. So again, I'm done. I just felt like I had these angels staring me in my face. I had to pay my respects more intentionally to say thank you to our angels, our ancestors, way showers, guides, our protectors, the light forces, whatever it is that the supreme source of all deems necessary to come to our aid and our security in moments when we don't even know we have that access and that favor. We give thanks. I give thanks on account of all that can relate truly, including myself. We are grateful for that grace, humbled by it, and pleased to be indebted to it in service. It is so, and so it is. Thank you for listening and watching. Until next time, as always, I leave you with peace.